Damon. All right, welcome back. We have a great panel planned right now for the next 50 minutes to talk about best practices and best places to work. We have two folks joining us today who also won, in addition to the VSCPA, the Virginia Business Best Places to Work Award. That's Carney & Company and Advance Auto Parts. And we also have, and I'll introduce each of them in just a second, but we also have Baker Tilley represented up here, who has also won in other states, very best places to work awards as well. So we wanted to get this group together and find out, okay, well, what are those best practices? And these three fine representatives of these companies and firms have agreed to come and share their wisdom with all of us so that we might be able to better replicate what they do in our own companies and firms. So I'll start off introducing Brad Nicklin in the middle here. He is a partner in the tax and assurance practice of Baker Tilley. He works in their Vienna office. He is also the chair-elect, as you heard earlier today, of our Ed Foundation board. At Baker Tilley, Brad specializes in corporate financial accounting issues for a variety of clients. And his areas of expertise include financial statement audits, complex accounting issues, tax compliance, and employee benefit plan auditing. He also leads internal quality assurance for the firm's employee benefit plan practice. Erin Ogburn, over here on the left, is the Director of Human Resources at Carney & Company, which is a CPA firm that specializes in providing accounting, audit, and information technology services to the federal government. Erin joined Carney in 2005 and has significant human resource experience, including university relations and industry recruitment, onboarding, employee relations, performance management, training and development, compliance, compensation. That is quite a long, impressive list. Erin received her bachelor's degree at George Mason University and a master's at Virginia Tech. And then on my right here is Derek Ramsey, who is the Vice President of Corporate and Supply Chain, HR, and Organizational Development for Advance Auto Parts, a Roanoke, Virginia-based company. Derek joined Advance Auto in 2008 after working 9 years with Target Corporation in supply, HR, organizational development, and leadership roles. He's a former U.S. Navy officer in Supply Corps and Public Affairs, as well as Distinguished Naval Graduate of the University of Virginia. So help me welcome our panel. So we're going to do this more of a conversational style, and to just talk a little bit about the culture, leadership, employee relations, innovation and change within your firms and companies, and any other topics that might come up in our discussion today. So let's start off talking about your corporate culture, and we'll start with you, Erin, if you'd like to describe your organization a little bit and its culture.
Sure. Carney & Company, we're an organization that's located in the Northern Virginia area, and like many of those organizations, we're a federal contractor as well. We 100% support the federal government, so we don't do any commercial work, any state work, or local work. We also focus really solely on an audit practice. We do not do any tax, so that also kind of makes us a little bit unique. We do have a little bit of consulting work as well as some IT work as well, which we've added in over the past 10 years or so. But Carney & Company is a family-owned business. Ed Carney is our CEO, and that really has set the stage for us. I've been with Carney for 6 years. We were around 100 employees when I joined, and now we're close to 500 employees. And since the day I joined, the message was, this is a family business. We want our culture to represent that and have that family-esque feel. And so if you were to ask me to describe our culture, I would say it's certainly a culture of a very supportive culture, a very close-knit culture, a very responsive culture, and a culture that really builds its benefits and all of its extracurriculars around our employees and their feedback and their needs. We also go out of our way to do things like we pay our employees for all hours worked, even over 40 hours. And that's a very, I think, strong statement and really shows how we really emphasize that work-life balance and how we want to really reward our employees for everything they do.
Great. Brad?
Sure. Baker Tilley is the 16th largest accounting firm in the United States, and really based in Chicago as our home office, with offices in the Midwest, and we have an office obviously in DC area and then in New York as well. I mean, I think our culture, and I think we're a little unique, and you're probably interested in kind of hearing how the merger has gone, so we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. But the cultures were the same, and they were very similar, which made the merger that much easier to execute on. And it's about doing the right things for your people and doing the right things with your clients, and really just kind of, taking a lot of pride and passion in the work that we do. So it's a collaborative environment, and it's open door, and you can go in and talk to the CEO, you can go in and talk to the managing partner within the local office. We have lots of town hall meetings where we try to connect with staff, hear their input, incorporate their input into how we run the firm. So it's really about trying to work together for the greater good of the organization. And then at the end of the day, we have to provide exceptional client service.
Derek?
Advance Auto, as some may know, is in the top 3 aftermarket auto parts retailers in the United States, based out of Roanoke, Virginia. More than 3,500 stores east of the Rockies. Distribution network, corporate structure, as you would expect of a large public company. And though we're very broadly distributed across the United States, culture is incredibly important, and in our case is defined by where we came from, being a former family business owned by the Taubman family out of Roanoke. One thing I'm proudest of is how much in close to 80 years the company has stayed directly related to a set of family values, which we still talk about virtually every day. In fact, we've largely strengthened over the past couple of years in tying them directly to people's performance reviews. And the 3 simple words are inspire, which has a very internal focused means it's not okay to just win at your own part of the equation. You're expected to inspire and help others. Serve, which speaks all to how we treat our customers internally and externally, and then to grow the company. And the word integrity is included in that. Those values define virtually everything that occurs, stores, distribution centers, and corporate alike. And you rarely can go a day around Advance Auto without hearing mention of those very, very clear values, which have been around since the times of the Taubman family, one of the greatest gifts they gave us.
Erin, you're nodding your head. You seem to be relating with the notion of values, being related to your culture. Have you all identified specific values that add to your culture?
Certainly. It actually ring a bell because in the past couple of years, we've also tied competencies as well to our performance review process. I'd say across the board, regardless of level and regardless of where you are in the firm, communication is one of our competencies that is been on the forefront for the past couple years. Certainly communication externally, but really we've had a major focus on communication internally the past couple years because as I mentioned, in only 6 years, we went from 100 employees to 500. And when you grow that fast, sometimes it can catch up with you. And so in an effort to maintain our culture and to maintain what's important, our ethics, our relationships, those types of things, we have really put a huge emphasis on communication. Integrity is another that is very important. And in all of our all hands meetings, in our company events, in our performance reviews, ethics is always a very important topic. Ed is always including ethics in one way or another when he's meeting with us or whatever the case might be. So, I'd say communication, ethics, integrity, those are a couple of our big ones.